Hello. Well, it's been quite a few months since I last did a video here on my channel on YouTube. So for those that are still hanging around, thanks for tuning back in. Now, this is going to be about 2026 and the energies of what's coming this year in general, rather than, so if you're looking for something more specific, that'll come at another time. I'm going to start doing regular Friday videos, so please keep tuned in every Friday for these and the energies that fluctuate from week to week. This is more a general yearly one, what's coming in for the start of 2026. So here we are, day 2 of what's essentially a 1 year numerologically. There's a bit of a tongue twister there. Yeah, 2 plus 6 equals 10, and then bring that down to the 1 for those that are unfamiliar with how numerology works. And you can do that on a daily basis. You can take the day and the month and the year and add that all in so you can see daily energies. But this is just for the whole year. So yes, 1 year, so that's about beginnings. And also Chinese horoscope wise, it's the year of the horse. Now obviously that doesn't come in till later this month. However, the energies are there starting to come in already. Last year was the year of the snake, which is often about releasing old layers. So we may have ended up in situations or things come back into your life to be shown to you because they're ready to be released. Or it could have been a case of like new things started to come in that this year are really going to pick up pace, because obviously the horse energy is fast moving. But the horse is sort of the most popular beast of burden. What that means is that, these are the animals that we use to help our day-to-day lives, to make our day-to-day lives easier. So, the cows and that, that we used for ploughing back in the day, and, horses were used in mines and things like that. The whole reason railway lines are the width they are was because the horses used back in the day, that was so they could walk between the rails. So there you go. And even the cars, in transport is horsepower, because how many horses would this machine replace? And that's how the horsepower came about. A little bit of interesting facts for you. Anyway, back to the energy of 2026. So, faster moving energy, things that you set in motion. Definitely accept help. Don't try and do it alone. Not that it's always best to do things alone anyway, but the energies they'll work against you this year if you try and do anything solo, especially the bigger projects. With the horse energy, again, that it's a pack animal, so it can carry a lot for you. So when you're asking for help, it just means you've got that faithful companion that will help. They're not going to take it away from you. They're not going to do it for you. They're just going to help you along the way. And with the horse energy, again, that fast moving energy, so whatever you put in motion will grow and expand quite quickly. So that's essentially the very, very brief overall energy of 2026. And what's January going to bring for us? Well, I do feel like for the rest of the month, it's just going to be that tail end of releasing what no longer is useful to us. So, that releasing what no longer serves. Now, the interesting thing is the way the universe works and the energies. If we say, I want to release what no longer serves, you're focusing on what it still should still, even though you don't want it to serve you, you focus on it serving on you. So it's about wording it a bit differently. You want to focus on the new energy coming in. You want to focus on what you want to achieve this year. So it's definitely, this is the perfect time to do manifesting. So to replace the old with the new, and instead of going, well, I don't want to be in this job anymore, it's like, well, okay, I want to be in this kind of job, or I want to transition to my own business, let's say. However you word it, it's about wording it in the positive and not even mentioning what you feel is old for you. So this is the perfect time. And again, when you set that in motion, get ready, because once the end of January hits, that energy is really going to start just kicking in. With that 1 year being a beginning year, last year was was a 9-year. So, you know, endings and beginnings, this is the perfect time to transition from whatever was not working last year to rephrasing that to something that does work. So even if you want to stay in the same industry, let's say, but you want to move into management, okay, well, focus on being a manager rather than focus on not being promoted, if that makes sense. That's going to run throughout the whole of 2025, 2026. There's a Freudian slips. Always happens in the first few days of the new year. The brain still hasn't got used to saying 2026 or whatever year that is. For those, like, it all depends. Time does seem to be speeding up. Years seem to fly by much quicker. It's going to be acerbated this year because it is that horse year, is that energy year. I feel like this is also going to be a big year globally. There's going to be a lot of positive changes. There's almost going to be like the reverse effect of how COVID shut the world down. As with anything, there's ebbs and flows. There's always opposite sides of the coin. That's like the shadow side of the coin. You know, the way the whole world population was treated during that time and locked down and yeah, all those horrible things. I feel that's going to start flipping to the other side. People are going to be held accountable this year, which should be great. You know, I feel like the big corporations are going to start being held accountable to the people rather than during that time they were pandering to the lobbyists and the people with the money, whereas the people with the voice and the numbers are going to start speaking this year. We're going to start getting strong, more collective in regards to, rather than individuals together as a bunch and too many voices, you're going to start getting some really powerful leaders step forward to make the collective listen and act as one, which makes them a much, much stronger force. Think of that scene from A Bug's Life where the chief locust said, look, if the ants all get together, we're in trouble. Same principle. That's definitely going to come this year. So that's 2026. I don't want to keep this video too long to begin with. I'm just going to start building into it, getting back into the flow of these regular videos that I used to do. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you'd like to reach out, the www.royemanofmerlin.org for any readings, or if you'd want to do your 2026 reading for the year and see what's coming in for you that will be helped with this fast-moving energy and new beginnings of the 1 year. Those things will definitely be in play throughout the whole of 2026. So anyway, if you don't remember what I just said, that it'll be in the notes below the video. Anyway, the links will be there. So please reach out if you feel drawn and you feel that I can certainly guide you along the way. In regards to the spiritual stuff, again, with it being a 1 year and fast moving energy, so any gifts that are just starting to open up will open up faster than compared to other years. So definitely get ready to that. And, you know, if you already feel like you're quite in tune with your intuition and your psychic abilities, it's always a good time to work on them and don't take them for granted. Evolution happens with persistence, consistency, and perseverance. So it's called a spiritual practice for a reason, because you've got to practice it every day. So if you want to get stronger at doing readings, just practice them every day. So that's going to be 2026. It's a 1 year, the year of the horse. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Take care.